Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm spiritual coach, life coach Coco, just someone that just wants to help you out in this thing called life. Sorry, my music is so loud today. Something I was just thinking about. So you guys are telling me when you go to the ocean and you swim in the water, you're swimming with your eyes closed. You know how dangerous that fucking is? Like, not dangerous. It's dangerous, it's scary, it's all of the above. But what I wanted to say is I hope you all are doing well. It was just, I have this on like my TV and I'm like, oh yes, I want to be here around the waves. But I'm like, people, when they swim, they be swimming with their eyes closed. So is that what you guys are doing? Are you guys out here swimming with your eyes closed? I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful sleep or rising, whichever, you're getting into while you're watching this video. I had a crazy dream, y'all. Like, if you are someone that's supposed to be a leader in helping people, I'm actually trying to figure out how I can lead people if they think I'm just a silly, funny, goofy girl. I think a lot of people think that like I'm just like very whimsical, happy-go-lucky, but in actuality, I'm actually very calculated, and maybe that's something that works for me, that, I come off as happy and go lucky because people don't see that I'm as calculated. But I do think that some of you out there are struggling with wanting to help people, but they're not listening to you. So let's get into that today. If you guys like readings like this, be sure to like, share, subscribe. I've actually been doing this a lot more in the mornings because I haven't been having to work in the mornings. Sometimes like with my last job, I was up, y'all, and I was dating somebody, and it was just like I would go to work, see them, go to work, see them, or I would hang out on like my weekends or like whatever it is. I didn't have time. Now I do have time. But let's see what the messages are. I didn't grab an oracle deck. I didn't really feel like grabbing an oracle deck either. So I'll just give you guys messages from my Master Rider-Waite Tarot. Like I said, I hope all is well, but let's get into these messages. Let me cut this deck really quick. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? Okay, if it's like this. Wait. I always get this confused unless I do it like this. Okay, close your eyes. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Deep inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Heavenly Father, ancestors, spirit guides, protective angels, higher self, lower self, and Mother God, thank you so much for bringing your abundance, substance, and prosperity today. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for the collective. I think you guys kind of already know what message you want to put out there based off of the dreams that I've been having. I do want to say that I appreciate you for everything that you do, and if you can make your messages as clear as possible so they can be well received, you are greatly appreciated. And if you're not called in this reading, you are not welcome. Amen. Immediately when I started doing my prayer, I started having a headache. Are a lot of you guys having headaches or migraines, or just feeling like, you're in a very like heady, like head-filled space? If you guys smoke cannabis, there's a strain called headband, and it literally feels like there is pressure like all around your head, or like a tension headache or a pressurized headache. And what I'm getting is a lot of the dreams that you've been having, a lot of the daydreams that you've been having, a lot of the fantasies, false realities, just like these narratives that you're picking up. It's almost like you're picking up a different dimension. And what kind of feels like is happening is, as this dimension is being brought into your energetic field, it's almost like you need to quantum leap into a different reality for things to be different. I don't know how you can do that, because what's really interesting that people don't teach about energy is you can be very energetic, which means have a lot of energy, or you can have very low energy and you can still tap into different dimensions and people and things and just everything around you. And what's so crazy is like, everyone's like higher frequency, higher frequency, higher frequency. If you do not take enough time sometimes to recognize what frequency you're in and explore a little bit in that frequency, when you shoot all the way up to higher frequencies, it's almost like you're going to be missing the information from the lower frequencies to communicate with the higher frequencies. I definitely think frequency is something that should be studied more, but you guys have to understand, when we hear frequencies, sometimes frequencies layer on top of each other. I was like, okay, sometimes frequencies layer on top of each other and it creates like one sound. And that's like the reality that we're living in, the 3D, where it's creating one sound. So when we listen to music, when we hear people talk, there's multiple frequencies that are happening. It's just not one solid tone. And you have to be able to ride the waves of the frequency, okay? Let's see what messages Spirit has to say. Hello, my beautiful spirit guides. What would you like to tell the collective today? What's the message that they need to hear today? Some of you need to clean your house. Me, I need to clean my house. I'm looking at a crumb right now on the couch because I was being greedy and I was drinking and I was eating on the couch. What messages do you have to tell the collective today? Spirit, please flip the cards over. Are you tired? I'm also kind of tired. Are you guys feeling tired in your spirit? Thank you. Yes, more celebratory days are coming. A lot of you are feeling like in a space where everyone keeps telling you you're doing a good job. Everyone keeps saying that they see your hard work, but they're not supporting you and no one's congratulating you. So there is going to be more celebratory times, I feel. It seems like you are going to have I don't want to call it a conjunction, but there's going to be some type of like adaptability where you're going to be able to use all of your gifts. It's like your mind, body, and soul are going to be locked in. And one day you're just going to wake up feeling different and feeling just in your power. I think that a lot of people don't talk about how a lot of the times miraculous changes, they happen overnight. Like one day you'll go to sleep and wake up and your plant is going to be like, has a flower, or it grew an extra inch, or it's growing leaves, or it's growing fruit. And you just wake up one day and you're like, whoa, like this is the new life that I live. This is how great I feel inside. And I do think with this red here, you're going to feel very grounded. You're going to have a really grounded like energy to you. But I'm also getting that your like finances are going to be like, everything that you were worrying about at a security level is going to be resolved. It's literally going to like, you're going to wake up and you're going to get a message and you're going to be like, thank God. You're going to be like, oh, well, now I don't have to worry about that like ever again. Like maybe your employer is offering you a full-time position because someone quit. Maybe some of you are having like troubles trying to find like an apartment, or there's something wrong with there's something going on like around like the space of where you're living, and it's going to be resolved is what I'm getting. Like the answer, like I'm getting like a math equation and I'm getting like the equal sign, because you know sometimes they do the equal sign where it's like two like this, like on the side it would be like two lines. I'm getting the equation and it's doing like the equal sign like this. So it's just like final verdict, a fucking answer. You got the answer to like the equation that you were looking for. Like you finally got it. It's something that you've been working on for a long time, or something that you've been trying to go back to. And it's kind of like, you know what? I'm just going to stick with this. And I know that this is going to work for me, because you're getting confirmations now from the universe, whether it's people giving you money, people having conversations with you and actually applauding you. People that didn't recognize you before are actually starting to give you your props. Oh, I also wanted to talk about the green energy. Fruits, look at, she's carrying fruit. Like literally your blessings are coming in because you're having more of an open heart chakra and you're letting people into your life. Well, you're not letting everybody in, but you're letting some people into your life. This is going to be a wonderful time for you to literally like I'm getting for some of you, you're gonna get to spend money like how you want to. You're gonna live the life that you actually want. And for myself, long time coming. I'm also getting with this white here that your intuition's also gonna be on point. So to be in the bearings of these gifts and blessings and foundational, like, I don't know, plateaus. No, it's a foundation that is being, like, the foundation is done. Like, the foundation that's supposed to be laid for the house is finished, and you can finally start building on top of it, because you've been having strong sensibilities that, like, the people around you can't trust. You've been having strong conversations with people. You've been asking yourself more introspective questions more than ever, and giving yourself these concrete answers. Like, if you are definite on the inside, your outside world has to be definite. And so you've been on this journey for so long and telling people, this is what I do, this is who I am, this is like the life that I live, like I like living like this. And people don't understand it at that level that you do. And so now, because you're, like I said, you're just going to wake up and things are going to be different, and the world is going to be different, and everything is like attuning to your energy and not the opposite way around. You've gathered so much information that you know what to do, that people are not going, I don't want to say that, but people are not going to stand a chance of being in your energy if they don't know how to be an energy magician. They don't stand a chance being in your energy, because you're going to be like, hey, how are you? Okay, that's good. And if they don't have anything to offer, you're like, fucking next person, like, why did you come over here? And a lot of the times people just want to come over to see how you look and what it feels like to be in your energy. They want to, especially for beautiful people, they want to see if you're a bitch. They want to see if you're going to be mean. People do mean things to you because they want to see how you're going to react. But the fact that you have not reacted this far, you're creating solidarity in the truth of who you are. Boom. That's a beautiful message. That's a beautiful message. I hope that some of you guys are like feeling relieved. But I also don't want to be one of those tarot readers who tell you that this stuff is happening and then, like, it's not gonna happen. It might just not happen right now, and that's completely fine too. You just have to give yourself, like, what are some of the last things that you need to really be truthful with yourself on. I feel like I've been telling people like I need help, but the people that I've been telling I need help, they weren't very helpful. So I just went to the Most High for help, because I'm like, the Most High is going to listen, and the Most High has been here for me the whole time. And I feel like the Most High sent me people in my life to help me, but they lacked on their they were supposed to be here on my journey. Okay, same for you guys. This is about you guys. This is about all of us. Fuck, this is a community. But the people that were supposed to come into my life, and maybe you guys might, correlate with this, but when they came into my life, I was very taken back. I was just like, these people aren't very helpful. They're distracted by a lot of things on the outside, and we weren't sharing the same energy. Like this, there's no way that these people could be my tribe and watch me struggle like this, but then help everybody else in their group. And even if you are someone that has been doing a lot of things, like, I just remember I was just getting phone call after phone call after phone call. After I've already tapped out, I was already on my last 10%. And by the time they reached me, I was at 2%. And I was like, I really don't even care if you help me or not, because the type of information and the way that you're trying to help me, I don't have the energy for this. Like, I would have rather died at the time. I just have to be honest with you guys. I was going through such a transformative, like, state and oppression that it was like, it didn't matter what I did. No one could have given me the energy that I needed, because it should have been given to me a long time ago. And so it's almost like I'm so grateful that these people didn't help me, because if they did, I would have been tied to their help in some type of contract in some type of way. But it also shows me that when it shows all of us, when you're dedicated to helping yourself and you're dedicated to the journey that you're on, and people come in and they promise to help you or they promise to give you things and they don't follow through on those promises that they say that they were going to, which reminds me, I did promise somebody something and I need to go back, but I don't know. I don't want to share the information that I was going to give them, because it wasn't as helpful as I was wanting it to be, but it might be helpful to them. So I'm just going to do it anyway. But yeah, I feel like when you're on that journey, and it's just like, I'm just so grateful that like these people are not with me on this journey right now, because they would be reaping the benefits of the opportunities and the success and like the gifts and the blessings that I'm supposed to receive. And I've already blessed their life. I already gave them business, already introduced them to people that are probably going to be long lasting people in their life. And I fulfilled my part and they didn't. So you guys have to understand how energy works too. If people are harnessing energy that they're supposed to give you, you're still going to receive that energy. That person's going to go through some type of negative like flux that it's just like, when I say flux, I mean that like energy is interchangeable. It's always fluid. So if this person is a ball and they have energy that they were supposed to give you, and they don't have, they're not people that are constantly self-reflecting on themselves to get to this point where they need to come back to probably apologize to you. I just feel like, just listen. And so if these people are supposed to apologize, not even apologize, if people have things that were promised to you that they did not give to you in this lifetime, spirit will take it away from them, and it will have to come to you. And what that looks like is, if you're the person that's supposed to give somebody else something and you don't do that self-reflection. If we were a ball and my energy is in this ball, and my energy is like right over here in this ball, and you are just consuming energy, you can still consume that energy. But the fact that you're not releasing the energy that was supposed to be meant for somebody else, and you haven't been doing the self-reflecting to come back to that person, to apologize, to give them the energy, to give them like the tools that they need, because it was promised before we got here. Helping people on their healing and their learning path and their journey, there were certain people that were already set into place that were supposed to help you. And if they didn't help you and they're still holding on to that energy, whether they forgot about it or they didn't have time, or like I said, those distractions that were in their life, that they should have got those distractions out of the way when they should have saw a real one coming through. They saw a real one coming through. Okay, look, listen. But the fact that they didn't, it's like that bubble that they were living in is going to explode, and then they have to rebuild. They have to rebuild from the point before they took your energy, and then they have to rebuild from there, because now their story is different. Now their timeline is different. The timeline that they were supposed to help you was supposed to be the timeline that they probably want to live on right now. But the fact that they didn't help you, they have to go back and repeat something from that place where they met you, because their journey only would have continued if they helped you, but they didn't. So they have to go back to that point and choose a different route. What is that song? All the fuss about I kind of have to bring my out. It was like, I couldn't have my way, so I made another route. It's Young Dolph, Paper Route. Yeah, I like listening to really hood music. And I know people say that it's a low frequency, but it's only low frequency because they put subliminals in the music. It's only low frequency because they put subliminals in the music. If you're from the hood, and I'm not from the hood, I just grew up around a lot of hood people, and I went to a hood school. I'm not from the hood. My parents moved from New York. We lived in the white people neighborhoods when I was real young. And then we moved to another white people neighborhood, and we went to a house. And then they living in a white people neighborhood right now. Doesn't mean, so my parents were probably like upper middle class and middle class. And I went to black schools in the South. It's a different experience. And then coming home to my other friends, but I also had black neighbors. So my neighbors were also black, but they didn't go to black school. So I was getting literally like picked on and teased every day at this black school. And I would come home and they'd be like, what's wrong? Why do you have an attitude? I'm getting fucking bullied all day at a black school with black fucking kids who go to their hood and they bring that shit to school. And I am with them for a whole week, 40 hours a week and more, because I also went to after school activities. So I was with them for probably 50 hours a week. Oh. Shout out African American Academy. Okay. What other messages do you have to tell the collective today? I will say something with this card, the foundation, when you find out that like your job or whatever is going to be solidified and you're going to bring like more income or you're going to be more fulfilled or you're not going to have to pay bills anymore. It's something along the lines of like it is like hitting the lottery. For you, it's like hitting the lottery. It's like, "Oh my God, finally, like you can pay off your credit cards, you can do this, you can do this." It's like something, there's a floodgate that's opening for you. Like literally as we speak, I see the gates moving. What is today? August 20th. By August 29th, you guys will be receiving the gifts and the blessings. Can I, Spirit, can you confirm that for me? Let me see. Oh, confirmation. And what did I say? By the 29th, I also have the Nine of Pentacles. What is this? She's literally living in the most abundant time that she can be right now. Like, look at her. She's just grabbing the pentacles off of the tree. She's like, I know these pentacles are about to be back. You guys are about to be put in a position where other people are not even going to know how you got there. But it's like, oh, guess what? I'm here. And what are you going to do about it? And did you have something to say? Of course you didn't. And of course, not to my face, you didn't have anything to say. So yeah, let me get into alignment. I just saw 111. 111 is 3 though. So, is there any other messages that we can tell the collective? You guys are going to be decorating like your at-home spaces as well in a way that you actually enjoy. Like I was drawing sketches of my room and what I wanted it to look like, and just sketching up like, you know, what I want my apartment to look like, because like it's cute, but it's not giving like the regal feels that I want. And it's because small things that are missing. Like I want to get specific type of curtains, but I just can't bring myself to pay $175 for some curtains. I have very expensive taste. Like this couch doesn't look like it was expensive. This was like almost a $2,000 couch. I don't think everyone's living like this. But from the outside, it doesn't look like I, live like this. But like, cause if you get it, you get it. Rich people don't always have to, like, I don't need to have a Louis Vuitton couch saying Louis Vuitton on it. I'm just gonna say that. So you guys are going to be having these small luxuries in your life that people just think are normal because they don't know what it is, but you're actually privy to a lot of expensive acquirements is what I'm getting. So you guys like to eat snails. Okay, I like to eat escargot. I'm talking about myself now. Let's get into it. What other messages? I'll also say snails. I don't know. But I will say if you eat snails, I'm pretty sure they have some minerals that you need, and I'm pretty sure they do help with like the lymphatic system, but don't quote me on that. I just think it's because, you are what you eat. And so like, yeah, you want like that kind of like, I know it sounds gross, but you want like that kind of like slimy, things like running through your body so everything can be filtered out. It's like aloe vera. You see how aloe vera gel is very like watery gel type, and when you eat aloe vera, it makes sure it gives your skin more buoyancy. And so yeah, because I'm so carefree, I can see why people think that I'm not who I am. But that's why you don't judge a book by a cover. Isn't that something that they taught everybody in school? Don't judge a book by a cover. And then what do we end up doing? Reading six books a semester. And I was like, I should have judged the books by the cover, because why are these books about racism and killing little girls and little kids being bullied and finding like a dead body? Why are we reading shit like that in school? Like, I just feel like they're programming us to care about white people. No offense to the white people who watch me, but you guys know. Okay. What other messages can we get? We're already at 24 minutes. Any more messages today? Oh my goodness. Yes, the Sun card. You guys are going to be experiencing better days. I want to know when you're going to be experiencing better days though. I know I'm definitely an Aries. I'm like, when is this shit going to happen? Because I think a woman explained it best. She was like, women get sad when their partners come home, because then we have to like be in like this role instead of like, that's why a lot of women are choosing to live by themselves, because we're living in this role when our boyfriends and our husbands and our fiancés and our significant others come home, because we don't get to like be like we don't get to be turned off. Like we have to start caring about somebody in our vicinity. And I know that most men are just like, well, why don't you just be yourself? You're the reason. That's the problem. You're the problem. Because to be compassionate and to be empathetic for people, you have to hold space for people. And so when they're in your vicinity, when people are in your vicinity, in any rate, anytime, as an empath or someone like women who just naturally want to care for people, you can't just be doing whatever. And I know a lot of people would just be like, just do whatever, but that's just not how it works. And I feel like a lot of the time, your significant other can disable you if they're not genuinely interested in the things that you do. When I was in my last relationship, I didn't feel comfortable praying and doing tarot card readings while he was there, because he didn't understand the practice and he just thought it was all woo woo and just like I'm just crazy, until the things that I was saying were to manifest in his life. And then he was thinking that I was the person that was wishing it on him. Bitch, I'm telling you what's happening so you can prepare. You think that I'm trying to wish that on you? Like, how crazy would that be? But near here, there, I do want to say that with this sun card, though, I'm getting more of an influx of energy. I'm getting more of, because, you know, the cups and the 9 of Pentacles were more tangible things where you can be like, okay, thank you. Like, that is giving me like a fresh breath of air. With this sun card, I'm getting that there's going to be some type of influx of energy that's coming towards you. And you guys have to understand that sometimes energy is not always good, obviously, but having to transmute negative energy is one of the I'm laughing in my head because I just hear myself out loud sometimes. Transmuting negative energy makes you a master alchemist. If you only know how to make good energy from yourself with neutral or good energy, I think, applauds to you. You're doing great. But people that can transmute negative energy into positive energy are true alchemists, because imagine what they can do with great energy. Okay, I'm also trying not to eat hot Cheetos today. Something has triggered my inner childhood cravings, and I've been wanting to eat hot Cheetos. I was not eating hot Cheetos for a very long time because my stomach was hurting, and then I ate them one day because like I was super drunk, and I was like, oh my god, like I haven't had limon hot Cheetos in such a long time, and I was drunk. Worst decision I could have ever fucking made. Don't ever eat anything spicy if you're drinking, because if you throw up, oh my god, don't let it come through your nose. You're crying, tears, nose, everything watery. Okay, so let's get more information on this sun card. I do see a lot of sunflowers though. Is your favorite flower a sunflower? Maybe you guys want to bring more sunflowers into your home so it can brighten up the place. Maybe using the color yellow, maybe using brighter colors. Are a lot of you guys stuck in the millennial gray? Okay, let's get more information on this sun card. Queen of Cups. So yeah, it's bringing a positive inner transformation. This is going to be a transformation that like I said, your heart chakra is going to be filled. You're going to be filled with excitement. You're going to be filled with joy. Let me see. Is someone coming in to bring them this energy, or is this all from the divine? I have the Hanged Man. So once you guys kind of let go of this narrative that you are supposed to be alone and, you know, people aren't supposed to help you and all these extra things, I do see that you're going to get some more information. Like the transition has not finished yet. I'm getting though by the 29th. That's like my dad's birthday. Is it my dad's birthday? Is it their anniversary? I don't even think it's that day. Anyways, I don't think so. Don't be like, how do you not know your dad's birthday? My dad celebrates his birthday on whatever day he wants to. My dad will celebrate his birthday in November and be like, I'm going to Dallas to go watch the Cowboys. And I'd be like, why? For my birthday. What? Okay, and it's been like that since I've been a kid. So have never laid sight on this man's birth certificate or driver's license in my whole life. So yeah, clarifying the Queen of Cups and the Sun card. I do feel like I said, there's going to be a lot of energy that is going to be rushing towards you. Spirit, please give me a visual of what's happening with this energy. Give me a image. Give me a motion image of what's going to be happening when these floodgates open. I'm getting a visualization of when the gates open. It's like there's so many people that are waiting for these gates to be open, but then when the gates open, all of like the water and the blessings only fall on you. And it's so crazy because it's like this is what I'm getting. A huge crowd of people in front of like this huge like massive gate. They've been starving for water and for information forever. These huge gates open with like these iron you okay, these huge gates open with like these, they're wood gates too that look like they've been closed. They have like anointing oil on them. People have been coming for years and years and years and trying to get these gates to open. And there's these gates that are like this mahogany brown, and they have like these iron slats on them that are keeping all of the wood together with like these knots and bolts on it. And it's huge, and like the slabs, the metal slabs, the iron slabs go all the way across like this on the gate, like all the way down. This is a huge gate, mind you, probably like 40 plus feet tall. The gate is humongous. And everyone's standing in front of the gate. You're one of like the first people that are in line to like get flooded with this like water or gifts or whatever it is. And when the gate opens, and it's not just you, it's specific people that are in the crowd. When the water touches them, it's like you feel refreshed, you feel cool, you feel, like, oh my God, this is a dream. Like you're opening your mouth to drink the water, and it just feels like the water is just like taking you over, and it feels like you're in a cloud of like a sea, magical, like this, abundant water. And it's not really water, but it is water. It's like it's saving you. And only certain people in the crowd are having this overwhelmed feeling of feeling refreshed and rejuvenated and revitalized. And you just feel like, oh my gosh, like you're literally like this water is washing away all your sins. It's cleaning out your organs. It's cleaning out your mind. It's cleaning your spirit. Everything is just being washed over with this abundant, like clearing, like energy. And it's also refueling you. It makes you feel like a selenite crystal. Like you just feel completely recharged and good inside. And other people around you are not feeling the same. The other people around you, they feel like they're drowning. They're like, ugh, ugh. Like it feels like, a tsunami came and just washed these people out, and they can't breathe, because the water is a cleansing water, and the water is supposed to be coming to cleanse you. But if you haven't cleansed yourself enough, it's like it's going to be cleansing things that you didn't even see where the actual problem is. And so that's why we have like this hanged man right here, is because I definitely feel like you have a sensibility that you're probably going to be losing people in your life when you get this upgrade in your life. And it really sucks because these people, like, once I see that the water kind of passes, mind you, the water is hitting you, and everyone's not washing away. Everyone's like very grounded, and the water is just kind of coming towards them. And what I'm getting is like when it's all washed away and the water has like came and refilled the land, and the land looks beautiful, it's like the water washed away all of the muck and the costumes and, like, I don't know, the veil that was over you, and people are actually seeing who you truly are. People are seeing that you are an empress, a king, a queen. Everyone's like, what is it called? Everyone's veil's being lifted, and their true identity is being presented. And people are so shocked. Some people are going to hate you. Some people are going to be shocked and surprised. Some people are going to be happy because they're like, oh my God, like I was dating like the queen, I was dating the empress, I was dating the high priestess. And it's almost, and that's where the energy is coming from. That influx of energy when the veil is lifted by the 29th, you guys are going to be like, you're going to be in a completely new energy. You're going to be like, you know what, whatever happens happens, and this is life, and that's just kind of what it is. And I do feel like so a lot of people are not going to be happy for you. I saw a lot of people's bodies, like they did have a little bit of color to their skin and a little bit of light to their skin, but once that wave and like water washed over them, they were like gray. They were like dead people. Like they were dead people on the inside. And it was just very scary because some of the people who are your friends or people that you came in contact with, they are actually, where are these little, excuse me, little fuzzies coming from? I don't even have a window open or the air on. These people are going to look at you and be like, they're just so jealous that they can't even believe that you were the one that has all of the knowledge. They're going to be so taken back. They're going to be so like, immediately I'm getting people are trying to plot on you to take you out of your position, but it's already locked in. Locked in. So I hope you guys like this message. This is a very long message, but I hope this message brought you a little bit of hope. I'm excited for you. If you guys like messages like this, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I have my Instagram linked in the description below so you can book a personal reading. And I hope this message found you well. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.